some people might ask out there, well, what is the mission? What is what is this about? What is the mission of the Gathering of Christ Church, right? What is the end game, right? Some people don't know how to take this movement and the spirit, right? They don't know whether or not to relate this to Christianity or do we relate this to Israelite, right? Israelites, or we don't understand. What is this, right? Right? That's what you hear. Well, hopefully this particular class answers some of those particular questions, right? Why? Because when you think of Israelite, right out of anywhere, off the top of your mind, if you go online and you type in Israelite, 9 times out of 10, you will see brothers in the garbs, out on the street or whatever the case is, or like they would like to deem it or phrase it, a hate group, right? That's how the world perceives Israelites. Now, it doesn't matter whether or not an Israelite is really not dealing with hatred or whatever the case might be, but the perception is already out there. This is what an Israelite is. Israelite is a person that hate white people and say they're going to kill people and all that, or whatever the case might be, right? But they don't see that amongst the Gathering of Christ Church. They know they know we're Israelites, but they don't really see that amongst the Gathering of Christ Church, right? So because of that, you understand, we're like, we can easily be attacked or looked down upon, right? Because we're not doing what the others are doing.
Right.
So people might ask, well, why is that? Or you'll have other people try to put out a perception that's not true at all, right? I'm going to put out some of the perceptions because here's the deception with their perceptions that they put out there. I'm speaking about amongst Israel. They'll claim, well, I'm not down with them because I can't be down with anything that let devils or white people amongst them, amongst the congregation, as if they would have been with us.
Right.
If they had never been amongst us to see whether or not there were some white people any place we went. As if they would have been down with us in the doctrine we're teaching if white people or other nations weren't learning under the church. Right? But I'm going to show you the deception. Right? Because why? It's crystal clear, brothers and sisters, right, that the Most High have taken this church into a specific direction for his purpose. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with any other people. I just wanted to put what the perceptions are out there, right? Before I go into this lesson, this will clear up all the perceptions, every last one of them. You want to know what the Gathering of Christ Church is and what we're, what we've been called to do according to the Most High, and what our end mission and goal is according to the Most High? Well, those that are viewing the church going forward, be it Jew or Gentile, how the world perceives it, if they want to know what the Gathering of Christ Church is, or even Israelites, if they want to know what the Gathering of Christ Church is, right? Just put on this video right here going forward. It'll answer all questions. All questions will be answered. The foundation for salvation. This is what the Most High showed us we must do as the Gathering of Christ Church. Right? Nothing can be established in the earth. Nothing unless it first has what? A foundation.
That's right.
Now, this foundation was established before I was born. We as a people had to figure out that foundation. Right? We tried it in the Christian church. Now, they said that foundation was Christ, but yet gave us another Christ. And even Paul said, if one come preaching another Christ, let that man be accursed. Not even an angel from heaven can come teaching me about another Christ. But the Roman Catholic Church gave us an image of Cesare Borgia as Jesus Christ and gave us a white foundation. Now, there wouldn't be nothing wrong with it if that was the correct image according to the Bible. It would not have been anything wrong with it. Hey, if the Bible would have said that Christ was a white man, we would have followed that white image. But there's a history behind that image. Cesare Borgia, the second son of the sixth Pope of Rome, was placed as the new Jesus Christ, used as a Roman conquest. Okay? During a Roman conquest, they put up a white image and enslaved our people under it. That's history. So what's wrong is a lot of brothers today will reject the Bible out there because they'll say it's a white man book, not realizing they were deceived by the Romans. The Romans put a white image up. It doesn't change the pages and prophecies contained in that Bible. And that's where a lot of brothers are going off saying it's a white man's book. Why? Because they're used to, they're scorned or they're scarred by seeing their white mother being oppressed, praying to a white image. You cannot throw out the Bible, throw out the image. Okay? I thank the Most High that when I see the characters in this Bible, they are correct now. I never think about a white man when I read any of these prophecies or see any of these prophets in my mind. Every man that I see in this Bible, including Christ, is a black man. Right? So some people out there might say, well, okay, based on that statement, is the Gathering of Christ Church racist? I'll answer that question after you go to the Roman Catholic Church and tell them they are racist for placing a white man and putting a white man up as Jesus Christ. I'll answer that question after you do that. So who is the racist? One would stake claim to the Bible, the description according to the Bible where it says his feet was like fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace. Am I racist for reading the Bible and giving you the correct depiction according to the Most High? Right? Now, why am I saying that? Really, the color thing is really the low-level argument. While it may have validity, I can't stay there. Because then I'll be caught up in the black-white paradigm and the whole church and all of that will become the black-white conversation, which is not the doctrine of Christ.
Right.
Right? So for those who didn't know, that you know now, I know that Christ and the disciples, even the Most High, I know that he's a black man. Right? But yet, that's not the point of debate here. Why? Because common sense will tell you that region and the people that was in the region could not have been white people. So I can't stick to that. Right? So don't try to make it into, well, they're into some black thing. Right? For those that are viewing us who never seen us before. While it is some validity to all the characters being black, we must establish or follow a foundation outside of color. That's why I mentioned color first, to get it out of the way. Okay? Right?